What's good? Can get your once a little bands back another reaction. And today, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Shout out to Ant, even though he didn't play like a top 5 player, he's still top 5. I don't care what y'all saying. Versus the OKC Thunder. Y'all know that's my favorite team right there. Game 5. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know this feel good as an OKC fan. Every OKC fan understands when I say it has been rough being an OKC fan for years, bro. It's been rough because we literally went from a finals team, 2012, to not even like a year or 2 years after losing a key part of our team, James Harden, at the time. We kept Serge Ibaka. Later on, traded Serge Ibaka. But we actually still was getting close to the finals. We actually still was competing for a championship. We went to the conference finals. It was up 3-1 against the 73-9 Warriors. We choked the 3-1 lead before the Warriors choked the 3-1 lead. We choked. Then the very next season, KD leaves our team to join their team. That was rough, bro. That was genuinely rough. Genuinely rough to deal with as an OKC fan. Then we had Russell Westbrook. He had a historic 3 years, of course, but we didn't get nowhere. We was a first round exit. It was good. Russell Westbrook averaged triple-double. That was amazing. MVP Russ. Amazing. Top tier. But we was first round exits, bro. We lost in 5. 6. We lost in 5 just about every single year. Russ was our number one option. We had PG. We even acquired PG-13 on our team to help us get somewhere. What happened? Still first round exit. Tough, man. Tough. Then we trade PG. At the time, seemed like a dumb trade for I think every OKC fan at the time was heartbroken when we traded Paul George for Danilo Gallinari, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and some picks. I think we was all heartbroken at that moment when that happened. I think we all was. Let's be realistic here. Let's be honest. We was all heartbroken. Nobody would have predicted Shai would have become this good of a player, bro. Nobody would have predicted that. I don't care what y'all saying. OKC fans, we did not predict this was going to happen. He, in my opinion now, is on pace to surpass Russell Westbrook. And I'm saying it's a huge top-tier Russell Westbrook Blazer. He's on pace to surpass Russ. He already surpassed KD. Already did it, in my opinion. He already surpassed him. But Russ, he's on pace to surpass him now. I'm not going to lie. This is kind of crazy, bro. If we're going to the NBA Finals, let me just react to Game 5. This is a blowout game, bro. Genuinely a blowout game. It wasn't close for one moment. They had 9 points in the first quarter. The Wolves, they got destroyed. Honestly, looking back now, how we was fought to the very end against the Denver Nuggets is either two things. Either OKC was genuinely just choking, and I do think we choked. I do think we choked on 2 of those games. Either OKC was genuinely just choking, or the Denver Nuggets was genuinely holding on that well. Because they brought us to 7. Now, the game 7 was a blowout as well, but I'm just saying, they took us to 7. Ant-Man, the face of the league, couldn't get more than one win. And that one win didn't look like OKC was trying, bro. I'm going to just keep it a buck with y'all, bro. That one blowout win did not look like OKC was trying. So it's like, did they really just gift them the win? It looks like they just wanted to win at home, low-key. That's what it really looked like. It looked like OKC had the control of the entire series. Literally, bro. I'm not even capping. Anyways, Ant is still top 5. I don't care what anybody got to say. People trying to spare narratives, say not top 5 just because he got destroyed. Man, he is still top 5. He's 23. 23. Let's get into this, though. That's a long intro, but I'm just saying, bro. It feels great being an OKC fan.
They had a 9-point lead late in the fourth, and the Nuggets made that great finish to get that victory.
Was getting locked up.
Dort and Edwards, such a fun matchup. Edwards kicks it out in the corner. McDaniels open, can't hit the 3, gets his own rebound, back up, layup, missed it. Man. Rebound Gobert. Had it knocked away, kicks it out Randall. Randall tries to...
That whole sequence was like a a opening, like an eye opener already. Because like McDaniels missing a wide open three like this, like I don't care about the recovery. The recovery was amazing, but McDaniels missing a wide open three, corner three. That's his shot. He missing a wide open three. You knew what kind of game this might have been just from that alone. Wide open, bro. Nobody guarded him. It's a good wide open look. Ant gave him the ball wide open. It was gonna be a rough night
that's
for them.
good. That's a good sign for Minnesota. All right, Lisa, I want to know where they went to dinner, because you know they went to a good spot. SGA gets inside, kicks it out in the corner. Holmgren nails a three. Randall gets a good look in the corner. Hartenstein boxing out.
Got the ball.
Tips it to
Man,
SGA.
we won the whole run.
Ahead to Holmgren. One stride. And stuff.
Bro, imagine, I keep saying this, imagine Chet when he gets in the weight room. Imagine when he get his muscles up. He only like 21 now. Imagine when this man actually like hits the weight room and actually like, but he gonna be unstoppable, seriously. He can shoot. He even with him like slender, the skinniest guy on this court, this man's still powering through folks. Imagine what he gonna be when he actually when he bulks up some. Imagine, bro. Genuinely imagine.
McDaniels guarding. Gilgeous-Alexander. Another throw up. This time Hartenstein able to get it going.
I thought he was gonna slam that when he did
no
that.
hesitation.
Another
good shots, Richard. He has to
another
keep
miss.
taking them.
Well, those are the ones, Mike, that have been open all series.
Shea.
The priority.
Yeah, bro. Realism, bro.
Alex Caruso in for the first time. And the waves they send at Edwards and Randall. Edwards gets past and banks it home.
That's the goal.
Randall off the bounce. Caruso knocks it away. Comes up with a steal.
I don't know why they gave Naz Reid the ball at the ball handle. Why did y'all do that? That was just completely stupid. Why does Anthony Edwards not have the ball in his hand? He is the best ball handler on the Minnesota Timberwolves. He has the best handles. This man, he be saucing the best defenders on OKC up. You saw J-Dub, that man was getting sauced up. And he's second team all defense. I'm just saying, bro. Why is Anthony Edwards not on ball at all time? Why? He has the best handles. He has the best. Come on, man. Why does Naz Reid have the ball in his game? This man was allowed to get 5 turnovers because this man was the ball handler of the team. Bro, be realistic for a second. Be for real. Be so for real. Naz Reid. Come on, man. It didn't make no sense.
Throws it back and Gilgeous-Alexander, the unselfish play.
Can't get past.
He does not need to be
like
handling
that.
the ball against Lou Dort and against Alex Caruso.
That's only the first turnover. Meanwhile, Edwards again.
You see what I'm talking about? You see what Anthony Edwards just did right there? This man way out there from the three-point line. He being guarded like by 2 or 3 guys. And this man still hit the layup. He hit the bucket. You think Naz Reid is doing that? Let's be realistic for a second. That's what I'm saying. Like, as OKC, I'm glad that Naz Reid was definitely selling y'all, because I wanted OKC to win so badly. But I'm just saying, as a person who likes Ant too, it's like, this is just disrespectful. You give a Naz Reid the ball instead of a ball handler like Ant. It doesn't make no sense. It just doesn't make sense to me.
And attacks the goal.
Shea. They can't guard him, bro. Look at it. Look at this.
Gilgeous-Alexander got it.
Easy buckets, bro.
They're 3 for 16 from the field. In some ways, with
Shea,
that shooting,
pull
as
up three.
Gilgeous-Alexander nails the three.
Bro, when Shea is hitting pull-up threes, game over. Game over. It's done. When Shea just pulling up on you from 3 and hits it, you're cooked. Simple. Ain't nothing you can do, bro. It's over, bro. I keep trying to tell y'all this. This man's spot is the mid-range shots. He hits them consistently. If he missing them, that's an off game for him, seriously. But if this man hitting middies and he actually hitting his threes too, game is over, bro. Ain't nothing gonna stop this game from winning. Simple. I'm just being real. I'm just being realistic here. This man, Shea, keep playing like this, he gonna win a championship, finals MVP, and conference MVP all in the same season, bro.
It's a first quarter tidal wave here for OKC. 5 seconds.
Shea, out to the classification.
SGA double team, kicks it out in the corner.
Game.
Wallace a three. Puts it in.
Buzzer
The
beater.
buzzer. Conley throws it in deep. Randall, triple team, drives in. Shot blocked. Ball knocked loose. Williams to Wallace. That's William Wallace. Holmgren goes inside. And throws it down.
Easy.
Nas Reed trying to get aggressive.
Steal,
Another turnover.
This is what I'm talking about. See what I'm saying? Why is Nas Reed a ball handler on this court? At what point does this make any sense? Literally at what point? We got all these amazing ball handlers on the Timberwolves. We got Anthony Edwards. He's by far the best one. If you don't want him to have the ball constantly, you got Nickeil Walker-Alexander. Now I get it, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I get it, he was off, but I'm just saying he's a better option with ball handling than Nas Reed. Let's be for real for right now. We got Mike Conley. He's a better option too for ball handling. Mike Conley's a way better option. Old grit, spoiled milk, whatever you want to call him. Retired man guy that needs to retire. He's a better option than Nas Reed, bro. And I get it. Nas Reed was more efficient this game, shooting, but ball handling, he had 5 turnovers. You would think after the first 2 times he turned the ball over that easily, you would think maybe switch up the game plan. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just being real. This was just dumb. Look how easy that was.
Nas Reed trying to get aggressive.
Look how
Another
easy
turnover.
that was, bro.
Jalen Williams goes up and lays it in.
Yeah.
This is an absolute bludgeoning here in the first half. Edwards double team. McDaniels to Randall. Randall tries a 3. And that one bounces around and
That
drops.
confidence and that energy himself.
Holmgren
Easy.
inside to Wallace. Back
3.
down. Jalen Williams nails another 3. And Randall trying to be aggressive, knocks it away.
I ain't gonna lie. This play was nasty right here. They was down by a lot. But that play was nasty for Randall. This is why I personally would say, even though Julius Randle didn't play as good as he could have played, this man definitely did as much as he can do, bro. It all falls on Ant this game. Last game, it was clear as day. It was Ant and Randle. But this one is all on Ant. Julius Randle, the only person that looked like they was really trying to win this game. If I'm being honest. Literally. I'm just saying. Look at these defensive players.
And Randall trying to be aggressive, knocks it away. Good defense from Julius Randle.
Easy.
And maybe that's the type of play at least.
But
They
once he
boomed.
got hurt,
That was
that
good.
opened up for Jalen Williams. That helped gave him more space and another steal.
Wallace gets inside,
Easy.
lays it up.
Easy,
And a team that scored 126 and 143, as Dora said earlier, in the last 2 games. Edwards gets inside,
Nice.
flips it up. Nice move from Anthony Edwards.
He has decided.
Bro, we 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and they got 24 points, bro. Bro, when I seen this, I was like, man, they really getting packed up. Like, genuinely getting packed up. Like, it's not even close to how a game from Minnesota is supposed to go. It's looking a whole lot like that Phoenix Suns versus Mavericks game. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about game 7, by the way. Obviously, this is a lot better than that game because the players was actually playing well, and Julius Randle was playing better than Chris Paul and Devin Booker was. But the point is, this game was looking pretty out of touch, out of reach.
I am getting downhill and getting to my own.
Easy money.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets downhill and gets.
See, that's what I'm talking. This is what I say all the time. This is what I say all the time. With this man Shai, you never know what you're gonna get from him. You get 2 options from this dude. He's either gonna bait you, think he's gonna go for a layup, or he's gonna stop, have you leaning backwards, going for that layup to block the layup, leaning backwards, stop, step back, midi. Every time it's going in. You can't read this man Shai. He's just different. Both moves are so deadly. In the paint, you can't stop this man Shai, bro. Only way you stopping him if he miss. Simple. Like, that's it. That's how nice Shea really is, bro. And if you try to stop him, you're going to foul him every time, bro. I'm just saying. You just can't guard him. He's different. That's how it should be for Ant.
Hill and getting to my own.
St. Gildas-Alexander gets downhill and gets his own.
He was late to it. He didn't know what he was going to do.
Shannon in attack mode.
Anthony Edwards. That was
McDaniels
a good three.
tries another. Gets that one to go. That's going to feel
point.
so good.
An important 4 minutes, right? Minnesota going to try to get some
Shea,
of their own back, get the soda.
See what I'm talking about? They ain't even know. They ain't know what he was going to do. They ain't know what he was going to do. He pulled up from Minni. Over Gobert, too. That's
An
up.
important 4 minutes,
They ain't know
right?
what he was
Minnesota
gonna
going to try to get some of their own back, get this a little bit closer.
He's just different.
59-27. And a three-pointer
good.
goes for DiVincenzo.
Man, this is crazy. Look at this game. Minni,
Williams, jumper's good. They just will not let up.
money, bro.
They are. Randall and Reed play catch. Reed goes at Hartenstein. Bank shot is good.
Well, he is such a skilled big man.
And pretty much the entire building on its feet as we wind down the first half.
Shea,
Gildas-Alexander left-handed lays it up and in. Edwards gets inside.
can't be stopped.
Lots of
This man
contact
can't
there.
be stopped.
Edwards
Shea,
falls down, looks
in the
Taylor as
paint.
he goes up the floor. SGA spins
Easy layup.
and an easy
layup.
bucket.
Easy layup. Come
5,
on,
6
man.
years ago. But when he's moved away from the rim, it's even more glaring.
Edwards attacks, gets inside, shoots over
That was
Harden,
nice.
gets to the fall.
Bro, I'm telling you, he needs to start shooting more of those type of shots. When Anthony Edwards mature as a basketball player, and he start utilizing his middies more, I promise you, he's gonna be way more unstoppable. Cause right now he just be chunking up threes, bro. You're not Steph Curry, buddy. You're not. I don't want to sound like that guy, but I'm just saying, Steph Curry is probably the only player who can get away with shooting that many threes and making that many threes because he has a dangerous in the paint too. They don't allow this man to get to the paint. This man be shooting threes. He can hit them every time. He different. He's Steph Curry. Nobody is like Steph Curry. I'm just gonna be real. Maybe Ray Allen, but then again, Ray Allen is a shooting guard. He just shooting. He ain't really actually ball handling too. Steph Curry just 1-1. Simple. Anthony Edwards is not.
Shea Gildas-Alexander was raving about Holmgren the other day when he had a chance to talk to him. Gobert
That
gets
was a
free
good
and throws
play.
it down.
Cooking. He's got to figure something out.
Are you hungry?
Easy.
Pass inside, Hartenstein can't get it. Edwards brings it up,
Edwards for
fires
three.
away, three-pointer's
I
good.
think that's the only. Is that like the only three?
Just like the players develop. He was developed as the G League coach until it was time
Another
for him to
one?
come in as Williams puts it up and in.
And he has the ability to do both.
Steve Kerr talks about this all the time. Success as an organization begins
Ain't
at the
gonna lie, that was
top. It
tough.
starts with ownership. It goes.
Something made him unhappy on that. Randall hoists up the three. Julius Randall.
Randall was actually
Because
fighting.
when he's
bro.
locked in
He was doing
defensively,
everything he could.
he's a great defensive player. But it's
He
got to be
tried.
that full-time commitment as Julius Randall knocks it. Edwards, nice
Oh, man.
fake. Pass deflected and stolen. SGA
Shea?
down a lane, throws it down. More defense to offense. Pass inside Caruso out to Dort. Dort lines up, three-pointer is good.
And Dort hit
First
his
3 years
too.
played a lot more G
Man.
League than NBA. But man, has he worked himself into one of the best defenders in basketball as
This game looked a whole
DiVincenzo
lot
knocks
like
down the
game one.
three-pointer.
To a 17, 18 point. Like, yes, that sounds like a lot, but when you have the most prolific three-point shooter in the game, he can get going.
Look at the years he's had. That three has abandoned him for much of this series.
1 of 7 tonight. DB is Dort.
Dort again.
Three-pointer's good. He got hit as well.
Crazy.
Holmgren, extra pass. Jalen Williams,
Three.
corner three.
Hit.
Caruso hustling to get the rebound. Gildas-Alexander nails his three-pointer.
But if you're a Minnesota fan, you got about 2 or 3
Strip
minutes
by
before
Dort.
this thing
Oh, I
is
ain't
a
gonna
wrap.
lie. I forgot that play was good until he fumbled that by throwing it back to the other team. That was a good play. I remember when he did that in the game. It was so tough defensive doing that on But then he passed it right back to the opposing team. So it was like, you gave him an easier bucket, low key.
Fan, you got about 2 or 3 minutes before this thing is a wrap.
Gave him an easier bucket.
By Williams, but a follow by Randall.
But I appreciate that.
SGA inside, counted out a foul.
They grabbed him from behind and
Gildas
the front.
Alexander
No
looked up to being from
Easy.
Toronto. Wallace kicks it out. Lou Dort, another high arcing three. It's good.
That man Dort was actually
They still have room to grow, but I think this year so far,
Shot
it's
block.
still been encouraging. They still have room to grow, but I think this year so far, it's still...
Like, how many blocks he had? Like 3 or 4? This man Chet was... Bro, nothing could get past him. This man Chet was looking like McDaniels was looking the entire series in this game. Bro, it's like we want to say... People want to say that the experience is not going to help them win games and close out scenarios. But it's like they closing games out better than I think any other team I've ever seen close out a game, a series. They're blowing them out on final games. Like, I don't think anybody... They're the first team in NBA history to have this many 30-point blowouts. They have 4 in this playoffs. That's the most in NBA history from any team. Like, there's no other team that's close.
Another block by Chet Holmgren.
Easy. Dort for 3 again.
Dort hits the 3.
He could not miss.
Exclamation points.
Mike, I'm going to be so fascinated to see what Anthony Edwards adds to his game in the offseason. As Chet gets another, and a demeanor and a consistency to the group that is beyond
for 3,
their
Isaiah
years.
Joe. Hit. Man.
They just keep pouring it on. You know, well, the magical season continues. The Oklahoma City Thunder are going back to the NBA Finals.
Man. Yeah, I love seeing this, bro. As an OKC fan, you know I love seeing this. OKC back to the finals. All we gotta do is win 4 more games, and we win the championship. Then all the people was talking trash, saying our only championship is with the Seattle Supersonics, so y'all technically never even won a ring. Well, if we win this season, y'all can't say that no more. Y'all can't. And it's official that Shea has surpassed Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, without a doubt. It's official then. Official. I'm just saying, bro. I know a lot of y'all don't want to admit that Shea just different. But this man only had 4 free throws this game. Y'all like to say he's a free throw merchant. Like to say he relies on foul baiting too much. This man had 30 points without free throws. 30. He put straight BTA on the Wolves. Simple, bro. They couldn't guard him. They genuinely could not guard him. OKC on top. All the way. I'm gone.